Yeah, well, I think relationships in any society, there's some that are accepted and kind of championed, and there are other relationships that maybe are marginalised or treated differently. For example, whether it might be two people who come from different ethnic backgrounds, or if it's between two people who are different age groups, for example, or come from quite different cultures, or maybe are not in a kind of traditionally male-female relationship. So it really depends on what kind of society you live in. I think here in the West now we're becoming a little bit more, well, certainly in the UK we're becoming a bit more open about what's accepted kind of within the society as a whole, but on an everyday level, when you move about your business and you maybe move with people who you are in relationships with, you start to see that everyday discrimination, or even more subtle unconscious bias that goes on in people's minds about, you know, what that relationship is or isn't, or should or shouldn't be. I think the first thing is to acknowledge and embrace the fact that every single person is a kind of mini universe in themselves, and you can't judge a book by its cover, and we all are different in many ways, and all of our identities intersect within ourselves, and also intersect with the people that we have relationships with in society, those that are close to us and we're intimate with, and people who we have relationships with on a more or less intimate level, for example our colleagues, or just people we meet on a casual basis in the street or whatever, just to try and I think that's the main thing, to try and not only recognise diversity and the kind of like multifaceted nature of people's identities, but also to try and embrace that certain relationships don't have to be thought of as, you know, not socially acceptable, or others as more valid than others. Yeah, I don't know. Tools to kind of try and I suppose the thing is to try and, first of all, each person, if they try to kind of live as an example, then through kind of, you know, social learning, if we all try to live a good example and try to treat other people how we want to be treated ourselves. It's such an old adage, but it's so true. Eventually it becomes the norm. So if you kind of keep repeating patterns in society that are kind of positive, they will eventually become the norm and become kind of more entrenched in our behaviours and habits, I believe. So to try and give people as much opportunity as possible to also trying to engage with people who you wouldn't normally engage with, or I don't know, all sorts of ways.